Donald Trump recently, intentionally, although it may have been accidentally, who knows at this point, said the quiet part out loud when he got on Truth Social and whined about the fact that the judges he put in power, he gave lifetime appointments to, they're not giving him special treatment. Can you imagine such an atrocity happening here on our shores? You put somebody in a position of power because you were in a position of power. Then when you come to them in your time of need, they're like, no, I'm going to uphold the law instead. Wow. Talk about ultimate betrayal, right? Here's what Donald Trump had to say on Truth Social last week. Many Republican judges go out of their way to show they are beyond reproach and will come down hard on people before them in order to prove they cannot be bought or in any way show favor to those who appointed them. People, including me, are oftentimes shocked by the lack of courage and wisdom shown. As soon as they get appointed, they go rogue. Democrat judges are the exact opposite in attitude. Screw you, this guy appointed me. I'm a Democrat all the way. You don't have a chance. So sad. Now, Trump, of course, is referring to the fact that with the exception of Judge Eileen Cannon down here in Florida, pretty much every other Trump-appointed judge he's gone up against has smacked him down in court. He's been smacked down with regard to the civil lawsuits that he is facing for allegedly instigating the Capitol riot. He's been smacked down by judges that he appointed in the documents case. He's been smacked down by judges in the other civil lawsuits that he is facing. So he's been smacked around a lot by people he put in power. So yeah, he's a little bit angry. But here's the thing. You're also, one, admitting that you want these people to abuse their power, because that's what this would be if they were doing what you want them to do. And two, you're accusing Democratic judges of doing something that is verifiably false. Something that I, over at Ring of Fire, along with Mike Papantonio, have talked about for literally decades at this point. Democrat-appointed judges routinely rule against labor. They rule against the very administration that put them in power. Obama's overtime rule that would have provided overtime pay for millions of workers got overturned by a judge he had put on the bench the year before. So don't sit there and act like this has never happened to anybody. Happens to Democrats all the damn time. If you weren't being so dishonest with your folks, your base out there, you'd understand that. Or maybe you'd understand it if you paid attention. You probably do believe this is the case because you don't know anything about anything. But what he might be doing here could possibly be seen as, I don't know, maybe something that might need to be investigated, right? I mean, let's just add another investigation into the myriad of investigations already taking place. But what you're asking these judges to do is essentially repay you a favor that you think they owe you. You can't do that with a federal judge. That does run afoul of the law. And I know that your Truth Social post here isn't exactly telling them to do that, but you're calling them out for not doing that, which a good lawyer, good prosecutor would be able to show to a jury is by you calling them out for not doing it, you asking them to do it in the future. So just throwing that out there, Donald. You do have the right to remain silent, and I suggest you use it, lest you find yourself in the end of another investigation that probably isn't going to be too friendly towards you, especially if it ends up in front of a Trump-appointed judge. That would just be the icing on the cake, right? He wants the people he put in power to protect him. Shockingly enough, the only one that's done that is Eileen Cannon, and he's furious that she's the only one showing loyalty, the only one not going rogue, as he puts it. Keep in mind, if the other ones had done this, it would have been an egregious abuse of power that likely could have resulted in possibly some impeachments for some of these judges. But at the end of the day, shockingly enough, they're not trying to show loyalty to Donald Trump, and instead, in his particular cases, almost all of them are actually following the law. Hey everyone, this is Aspen. And did you know that for the low cost of $0 per day, you can subscribe to the Fair and Balanced YouTube channel, We also encourage you to like, comment, and share, but again, click that subscribe button and help Aspen not be so grumpy.